Welcome, and thank you for your interest in watching the How to Edit Your Business Plan Using Microsoft Excel tutorial. Tutorial goals. Before I get into the goals, I'd just like to let you know that we have a large number of goals to cover during this tutorial, so I'll go through this rather quickly. Navigate MS Excel using the tabs, about the startup costs and balance sheet relationship, project costs, owner's investment, about the balance sheet, disclose everything, do not hide everything, about the cash flow, about the financial leading indicators, about the debt to sales ratio, where to find financial leading indicators, how to edit the cash flow. Tutorials continued. How to use the paste link function in Microsoft Excel. We will talk about the cash flow and income statement relationship. How to generate your income statement. How to forecast your income statement for year 1 and year 2. Tips on changing the spreadsheets. The sample business plan floor plan, and building your store rather than renting. We'll now go directly into the demonstration. Hi, my name is Kevin Brake. I'm with BusinessPlanWorld.com, and I'm going to work with you right now to get a better understanding of how to use your financial section of our actual business plan series. In today's example, we're going to go over the confectionery store business plan. It's also known as a convenience store, a corner store. That's why you'll notice that I also included corner store confectionery in the naming convention. Okay, one of the important things to remember, this is a business plan that was created by an actual entrepreneur, and this entrepreneur did receive funding for this particular business plan. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go through a little bit of the financials of the confectionery store business plan. What you'll notice at the bottom of the screen, there is a series of tabs. Each one of these tabs represent a section of the business plan you need to complete. The first part of the business plan that we're looking at, and one of the most important parts, is how much is it going to cost in order for you to turn your idea into a reality. How much is it going to cost for building renovations? How much is it going to cost for furniture and equipment? Stock on hand and salaries. Once you come up with that information, you're able to identify how much money it's going to take for you to open up your business. One of the interesting things about how this relates to the balance sheet is that in order to do a balance sheet, you have to identify your assets and your liabilities, subtract your liabilities from your assets to get what is also known as your total net worth or your owner's equity. In this instance, you'll notice that our entrepreneur has $35,000 cash assets. He's willing to place an investment into his new business of $30,000, giving him a $5,000 buffer for other expenses or what have you. So based on that, you'll notice that the owner's investment is $30,000. The loan that he's going to require, because the entire project costs are $87,000, so the loan this entrepreneur requires is $56,000. I'm just going to hop right now from the startup costs to the balance sheet. Into the balance sheet, you're able to clearly identify how much money you have and how much money you owe. The banking institution is going to really, or the lending institution really wants to know, like, your experience. They're going to check your previous history in paying back loans and what have you. So this is very important, and you have to be very honest. Do not hide anything. If you hide something, what can end up happening, you'll be successful in getting your business, your money, but you could actually have it taken away from you. So you don't want this to happen. So be completely honest with your balance sheet. The cash flow. So this is going to identify how much money you're generating in sales every month, and how much are you looking at in disbursements. How much money is coming in, how much is coming out. Concept, cash flow. As well, now at the end of the day, or should I say at the end of each month, you're able to identify how much money you have left over. Ideally, you want as much money left over as possible. You don't want to be in the hole. One of the big things about our cash flows that we have, we use what they call financial leading indicators. We don't want to provide you with what some people refer to as a pie-in-the-sky business plan. Everything's going to work perfect, and you're not going to have any problems, and what have you. The financial leading indicators use previous facts and figures taken from statistics generated by the government or collected by the government to identify that traditionally a confectionery, convenience store, or corner store usually generates a ratio. So we're looking at so much sales to so much debt. So if we weren't honest with the situation, what would end up happening is that they would look at the business plan and not pass it because we're not using actual realistic figures or the financial leading indicators. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to come up within the right ratio of profit to debt. So that's what you've got to try to do. You've got to try to balance that out. So this information, as I said, you'll be able to collect it by what is called financial leading indicators, available at your local library or business development agency in your state or province in Canada. State in the United States, province in Canada. Okay, one of the things that you're going to like about this business plan is if I go in here right now and I make a change and I go 75 and I change this entire thing, all the facts, figures, and everything are changed. Because we have a paste link. Now I'll explain paste link. Right now, let's say we want this information. We go up to Edit, Copy, go into our income statement. This is our sales for year 1 in our confectionery. We go Edit, Paste Special, Paste Link. Now, at the instance that this information, any information in this business plan is changed, you'll notice when we go back to the income statement that this information is changed to reflect what's going on in the cash flow. So, makes it much easier for you. All you have to do is go into the cash flow, make all your changes, and then the income statement, the first year income statement, takes your data from the cash flow to generate year 1. We then use another formula for year 2 and year 3, and these formulas are already embedded, so you don't have to even touch this. If you make a lot of changes, yes you do. If you don't make a lot of changes, you don't have to touch it. But to save time, if your business plan or business, for example, does not sell movies, you could delete this section, insert all zeros, come into the income statement section, come here, delete this section, and then all you have to do then is it'll come out as a 0, so there's nothing there, and it would still make it a lot easier for you to complete. Demonstration complete. Tutorial summary. You have successfully completed the How to Edit Your Business Plan using Microsoft Excel tutorial. Thank you.